Everyone had. Oh, still not. Okay, I'll give some break. Okay, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Within the time, we will go up to 10. Okay, so if you could not be get your dinner, I will take 15 minutes. That time you can be get there. So we will start and we will continue up to 10 o'clock. And the initial state, I have to be inform you all. Tomorrow you have a physical exercise at 1:30 to evening 4:30. Right? Okay, tomorrow we will meet again for a physical exercise. And today we will go up to 10 o'clock and I will be give a dinner break. You can be get your dinner also within the time. Okay, so shall we start? So before that, I need to be give an assessment. I told that now in the last class what we do in a physical exercise. I told that I have the marks of 15 marks. So totally you all know that the assessment have 35 marks. 35 marks. I have to be do at least 3 assessment. So I plan to do for this first 15 marks, and I decided to do one thing is for the tutorial examination. Let's see for allegations of marks on that. And for this 15 mark, see the question. This is your question in sales of good ordinance, because I told that sales of good ordinance, it's a bigger part in your business law. Sales of good ordinance, it's a bigger part in your business law. So you can be expect the questions also from this sales. So that's what I made an assessment. That's a problematic question assessment under the sales of goods, especially for a condition and warranty. For this condition and warranty, as you all know, students, how much of time I spend with you. Today we will finish the sales of goods. Okay, so that's what the remaining part of warranty and some implied conditions are there, and we have to see the performance of that. After give a full stop to sales of goods and pass that in our physical exercise. Okay, so I think that the physical exercise is the last day on tomorrow, day before yesterday. But Kirtika, I mean, for that we have available. So I fix you all for a physical exercise. It's better rather than Zoom lectures. Have to meet at least another time. Physical exercise. Your questions are, it's an assessment 1 for 15 marks. Totally, I have to give 35 marks. Yes, sure, I will upload slide. You have a WhatsApp group now, so today I will upload in your WhatsApp group. Huh? Okay, see that the question. Raghavan wishes to buy a new washing machine. Raghavan wishes to buy a new washing machine, and he approaches Go Home showroom that sells electrical devices in Kandy since 1950. Raghavan Martin, the manager, that he wishes to buy a fully automatic purposes, industrial purpose. Everything you need to be highlight and have to be answered. A loading capacity of 40 kilograms. Washing machine describes that as a washing machine that fits for Raghavan's expectations, and it only requires water connection and washing powder, while the machine takes care of the rest. Raghavan is satisfied with the explanation delivery of the machine. He puts the clothes into the washing machine and switches it on as directed in the catalog. To his surprise, the machine exploded, damaging the wall and other equipment nearby. After examination, it is revealed by the technician of Go Home showroom that while the maximum loading capacity of the machine is 25 kilograms, Raghavan has loaded 40 kilograms, and the cause of explosion is due to overloading. So the question is, Raghavan seeks your advice to take legal action against Go Home showroom. Advice to Raghavan. how can we get the damage from the seller or compensation from the seller? So you have to be argue for a buyer side. If you are there in the position, then you need to be understand how much he disappointed with the good. So you have to be get compensation from the seller. So you need to be advised rather than go home showroom and advise Kim with reference to the relevant provisions of statute and decided case. So you know regarding condition warranty, full of cases and full of slide. Good evening, my voice is not clear. Is the problem to everyone? My voice is not clear.
Yes, ma'am.
No, so student put the message and then one, please check your connections. Okay, so others my voice, right? So maybe the connections in your area here. I have a full connection, so no disturbance regarding the voice. So you have to be advised regarding the sales of goods and the provisions and the decided case. So you have a sales of goods to be spent and you have to be answer on that. The deadline of the assessment today, I will post this assessment today, the 20th. You have to be submit this assessment this end of month 28th. Okay, 28th of end of this month. So hope you have 7-8 days, 8 or 9 days. Okay, so you can be submitted on 28th February. For the second assessment, that may be the tutorial examination. Quite and consider about in the presentation. Let's see. Okay, I will post this assessment also in your okay. So I just explain and have to be answer on the particular question. So you need to be give the introduction and you need to be understand again 35. So there are some students put your messages here, clear. But I check my connections, it's good. And I asked students also, they also very comfortable. Okay, so connections, put the message, my voice is not clear. Okay, so this is a question and you have to give the introduction and you have to find out the issues. You have to go for an answer and with the statutory provisions and the decided cases, right? Okay. We will continue just today. Okay, so in physical lectures, where we did last class, that's in your term, Grant versus Australian Nightingale. Grant versus Australian Nightingale that we studied regarding condition and warranty. Okay, regarding this underwear, you maybe remember how this condition is breached. So now we move to sixth condition. Okay, sixth implied condition. What's the sixth implied condition? That condition as to mercantability. Condition as to mercantability.
Recording in progress.
Voice is not be clear. So check students. There is no connections issue in my. So the students the message. Please check your connections. Hi guys. Okay. So mercantability. Condition as to mercantability. So what is mercantability? In our sales of good ordinance does not be defined as mercantability. You know, condition is not be defined, but we need some understanding what is. And warranty is defined in our sales of good ordinance. We of section 59 of sales of good ordinance. Like that, the mercantability is not be defined in our sales of good ordinance. Mercantability is not defined in our sales of good ordinance. But however, we gave the understanding, even like conditions also does not be defined. But we try to give the understanding, but this mercantile quality means, see here, the quality and condition. The quality and condition of goods must be such that a man of ordinary prudence would accept them as the goods of that description. Goods must be free from any latent or hidden. So what is mercantile quality? For an example, why this understanding? If you are asking a chair to the shop owner. The shop owner has to be given the descriptions you given. That's free from any latent or hidden defect. If it is a chair you told that it should be have a 4 legs, the chair should be have a 4 legs. And the material, the plastic, other things, what's the things you order, it should be satisfied. There is no such hidden fact. So inside there is no such blocker. The plastic, it's maybe the original one. So there is no hidden fact, or it should be free from any latent defect. It should be in the correct quality. The chair, what's the chair you ask me? You ask me the Nilkamal chair. So that Nilkamal chair should be maintained in quality. That's quality. There is no such hidden or latent defect. The goods should be considered your description, what you give up to the seller. Okay, where the goods are bought by description from a seller who deals in goods of that description. So whether he is a manufacturer or producer or not, that's an indirect condition that the goods. So whatever the goods you are bought the seller, whether the seller is a manufacturer or the seller is a or the seller is in that something companies made a product and there are wholesaler, there are retail sellers. So delivery is happen from one person to another person. So where you buy the goods, where you buy the goods, that person is known as a seller. So whether seller is should have obligation to deliver the goods free from any defect. That's maybe the latent or that's maybe any hidden defect. Ma'am, your voice is not clear. MS 55. Guys, others can hear your voice properly? Can you all hear my voice properly? Can someone please unmute and say? No, everyone has a...
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Is it clear or not clear?
Not clear, ma'am.
Right. Why? The connection system. Okay, have you now clear? Get my voice? Now, guys, have you all get my voice now? Please answer me. Guys, is it clear now? Okay, hope there's no me issues. Please put 4-bit. Guys, have you read my voice, right? Oh, it's clear.
No, ma'am, it's not clearing.
Sound good now. Guys, can you hear my voice? Guys, can you hear my voice? Can you all hear my voice? I sound good. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Still you have the you can share, but right? Okay, so it's really quite better. Am I clear now? Please tell me. Now, okay, now. Guys, hope it's now it's okay, clear, right? Oh, message. Just unmute and say. No, you can be clearly listen my voice, right? I'm okay now.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, just continue. Okay, just continue. That is mercantability. However, if the buyer had examined the goods, now if you are asking a chair to the seller, you are asking a 50 chairs from your seller. Okay, now seller, the condition regarding mercantability, what he has to be given there, he has to be given opportunity to you. He has to be give the opportunity to you. What's the opportunity? You can be able to be examine the goods. What's the examination? Whether the goods are in good order, whether is there is any defect. All the things you have to be tested. So the seller has to be checked. The seller has to be checked whether the goods, all the goods are in a good order. Is there is any defect? All the things the seller has to be given opportunity to you all to examine the good. So if no, see again read that. However, if the buyer had condition as regards defects which such examination ought to have been reviewed. So if you wanted to be buy a 50 Nilkamal chair, then you go to the seller and ask, I need the 50 chair. So if the 50 chairs are given by the seller, then what you have to be do, seller has to be given opportunity, just check 50 chairs are in a good manner. Then you have to be check each and every 50 chairs are whether in a good order, good condition, whether it is have to be examined. So if you do a reasonable examination, in the reasonable examination, if you could not be found any defect, then it's fine. But if there are some hidden defect, what is known as hidden defect? See, student, sometime you may be bought a sari or shirt. The seller may be told that even you wash this, even for a several times, the color could not be decreased. Color should be maintained the good quality. However, if in the water you wash that particular sari or shirt has coloring, that much the color is come out from the material. So there are some hiding material. So when you see in the shop particular sari or shirt, the seller told that its color is always maintained in a good quality. But once you put in the water contains the colors which is come from the sari or the shirt. So there are hiding defects. The material, the seller told that it's a good material, but you put in one time in is coming out from the particular material. So there are hidden defects. Even the seller given a reasonable opportunity to examine whether the material are satisfied your purpose or whether the material are in a good condition. Even you have an opportunity. Even you just check whether, tell me that in the shop whether you wash and take the clothes, wash and buy the clothes. No, you just show and just touch and look at the material. You does not be put into the particular material in the water. Only you washing, while to take to wash only, you understand that the colors are come out from the particular sari or shirt. So there are some hidden defects. Sometimes in a reasonable examination, the defects you can be find out that. If it is a chair, one chair's leg is broke down, then you may be find out. When the reasonable examinations is given to you, you may be find out and you may be tell to the seller, see that this leg, this chair leg is but if it is a clutch, if it is the color is come out from the clutch, that's you find out the material is defect, that material is not good in your home only. So there are some defects are hidden, there are some defects are obviously you can be find out that. So however it is, the seller is liable on that because you ask the seller the good material. So the condition regarding the goods, condition as to merchantability, it should be always in the position in a good order. What you describe, they should be as to merchantability. So see that in order to apply the implied condition as to merchantability, the following requirement must be satisfied. If you are claim anything regarding condition as to merchantability, the things you satisfy before you claim any damages from the seller, one is the good must be shown by description. So you need to be asked something, this much of color, this is a chair, this is a design I needed. So if you told any descriptions only, the seller has to be given. Only you receive the reasonable opportunity. In the reasonable opportunity, you see that whether the goods are in a good order or good condition. Then second, the seller should be a dealer in goods of that description. So the seller into the day-to-day life, whether he is a manufacturer or he is a retail seller, day-to-day he is the person has to be handled such kind of good. Every day in this shop, the shares are selling by the buyers. So you are not only the buyer, he is a seller for everyone. So you need to be satisfied. Seller should of the description. He, the day-to-day business in his shop, he sell every day the chairs. So whatever the goods, he is not only your seller, even there are some other persons also, he is a seller. So he should be the dealer in the particular good. So you need to be satisfied that. Okay. There. And there are some case laws to just discuss that. Okay, there are some example I brought that. So while this regarding latent and this hidden defect. Okay, see that X bought from a dealer. X bought from a dealer a bottle of wine. While opening its car in the normal manner, the bottle broke and injured its hands. X was entitled to damages because the bottle was not for merchantable quality. So X bought a dealer of bottle of wine. So you know the cover, that's mean corn. The corn should be opened very easily. Opening its corn is normal manner. Okay, but however it is. Okay, wait. There are some students not able to be join the lectures. Okay, so in the cork, in the normal manner, the bottle broke and injured. So see that while you are opening a bottle, if the whether it is in a merchantable quality, if you are opening a soda bottle, things that if you open a Coca-Cola bottle, if it is injured while it's opening, tell me the bottle whether it's a merchantable quality. It's inside this bottle, it consists a soft drink. So if it is a soft drink, the bottle should be in a merchantable quality. It should be managed its quality. When you are opening that, while it's causing some injury in your hand, so it's not in the open, the person could get injured while opening the wine bottle. So he was entitled to claim damages because bottle was not of merchantable quality. So if it is a general purpose of good, and opening on that, if it is give some injury to your hand, then you can be able to be claim the damages from the seller because of the condition as to merchantable quality is breached on that. Okay. And in the same section, section 15, provision was an exception. Even though there are some general rules, there are some exceptions. What's the exception? The circumstances under which condition as to merchantable quality not applicable. Where this condition as to merchantable quality is not applicable, there shall be no implied condition as to regard defects which the buyer could have discovered if the buyer has examined the good. Okay, see that example for that exception, even you couldn't understand the section. See, X purchase glue. X purchase glue. Give me something, guys. From buy. So X is the person bought glue from buy. The glue was packed in a barrel and every facility was given to X for its examination. Every facility is given to X for its examination. X did not examine the contents. So the buyer X wanted to be buy a glue. The buyer X wanted to be buy a glue from the seller buy, and the buyer, sorry, the seller buy have to be give the to the buyer. So X needs to check whether the barrel is in a good condition and whether the glue is in a good quality. Everything the buyer has to be checked on that because seller has to be give the reasonable examinations opportunity. So X could not reject the goods by saying that. X could not reject the goods by saying that they are not merchantable because opportunity of giving the goods was given to X, but he did not examine the goods. See that? Even a simple example. You got to okay. So buyer, but sorry, seller give 50 Nilkamal chairs, and seller ask you to please examine every chairs whether 50 chairs are in a good quality. Is there is any broken chairs are there? Is there is any defect in the chairs? And if you not be satisfied with the conditions in the chair, you can be exchanged in the shop. So the opportunity is given by the seller. But you did that, you neglect to use the opportunity. You just not get such kind of explanation in the Nilkamal chair. It's maybe fine for that. Then he just take 50 chairs in his home. And after 3 or 5 days only, he just noticed that there are some chairs are defective. Whether you have any rights to claim any damages from the seller? No, because within the reasonable time, reasonable examinations, opportunities given to you by the seller. So you have to use the opportunity. You have to take that opportunity to satisfy the goods are in a proper manner. Everything you have to be satisfied. So while the seller gave the opportunity to examine the good, the buyer, you have a liability to examine the good. Within that, if there is any hidden defect, if the hidden defect, even as you are the normal, reasonable, prudent man, by way of your examination, some kind of defects are not be revealed by your examination. So for that, you can be exempted. You are not be liable, not be used that opportunity. While we are if there is any apparent defect that can be easily find out you. If it is a chair, if one leg is broke down, then you can be easily find out the chair is not in a good merchantable quality. Okay, so for that opportunity, if you are not utilizing that, then you can't be claim any damages from the seller. So that is happened here. Why is the seller gave the opportunity to the X to check the blue barrel, but X is a buyer could not be able to be used the opportunity. He just simply and he just later find out that there are some defect in the blue barrel. So he could not be able to be claim any compensation or damages from the seller because he neglected to perform his duty. Right? That is condition as to merchantability. Condition as to merchantability. Then we move for a seventh implied condition. The seventh implied condition, condition implied by rate. Condition implied by rate. So section 15 subsection 3 gave the answer for that. An implied condition as to quality of witness. An implied condition as to quality of witness for a particular purpose may be annexed by the usage or custom. So there are some parties for a long time business purposes. They are engaging and usages. Usages in the sense custom. There are customary practices while they are engaging in a business in the day-to-day life. There are yes. Who is that? Sorry, MS44. If you have any question, you raise your hand here. Any question? Any question? If you have any question, please just unmute and ask me. No, is it mistake? Okay, I continue. If you have any question, just text me here or just unmute and interrupt me, right? Okay, you have a question. 44 or it's mistake. Sorry. Okay, fine. Okay. Then so if it is a usage and rate, then you have to be satisfied with usage and that rate. See here the example, X sold certain drugs by auction to buy. In case of a sale by auction, there was a rate custom to declare any C damage in the good. There was a rate custom to declare any C damage in good, but the goods were sold without such declaration. So there is a rate custom. If there is any C damages, who has to bear the risk or who has to bear the loss? Everything they have to be disclosed while they are engaging in the so it's a custom. It's their usages. Usages in the sense it's a custom, right? So when here Y X enter into the contract with X, X does not be told about this declaration. So if it is any usage or rate, or that's maybe called custom, if the custom could not be declared, then that is condition as to implied by rate. If there is any rate practices, the parties actually in their day-to-day business, they are following that. If they are declared before the party enters in the contract, they are breaching condition as to implied rate or custom. Okay, then that is a seventh implied condition. Then we move for a seventh implied, there's a sixth implied condition. Then we moved for it. We change the sixth, right? Okay. Then condition. What is seventh implied condition? That you all know. Even I discussed already also. Condition as to wholesomeness. Condition as to wholesomeness. What is condition as to wholesomeness? See, the good should be fit for human consumption. The good shall be fit for human consumption. What is human consumption? If you are buying an apple from a seller, that apple should be in the eatable manner. It should not be have any damages. If you want it to be by a Milo packet in a seller, the Milo packet should be in the consumable position. You should be ring on that. It should not be consist any diseases. It should not be consist any bacteria infection. The juice should be in the wholesome. In case of eatable or provisions or fruit stuff, if it is a food stuff, it should be in the level of eatable level. Then there is an implied condition as to wholesomeness. It should be in the consumable position. See here the example. Export milk. Export milk from buyer's cow. So in the shop of milk shop, X bought a bottle of milk. The milk contained hypothesis germs. See that? Why we buy a milk? To drink. See that here the milk is consists hypothesis germs. There are some infection in the milk. Consume that milk. Ex-wife consumed that milk, become infected, and finally she died. Thinks that in the hypothetic germs are consist in the milk. Now ex-wife consume such kind of milk. Finally she is infected. Therefore she is die finally. So considering this all, student, you have to be things that condition as to wholesomeness in the sense, conditions as to wholesomeness in the sense as you are the buyer, as the seller has to be given goods in the human consumption. The good shall be fit for the human's consumption. For that, buy as a seller was liable for a damage because, this is important, because the milk was not fit for human consumption. If it is mixed with germs, things that it gives some kind of disease to us if we are drinking on the milk. So the milk was not for humans. It is a food stuff that should be satisfy the condition as to wholesomeness. If there is any damages on that, as the seller, if he is give or if he sell such kind of food stuff which does not be satisfied for a human consumption, it does not be fit for a human consumption, the seller is absolutely liable. The seller is absolutely liable. That's a one condition. Now, we are about to end the implied condition. So I start an express condition. So regarding implied condition, we are given the full stop. What are the implied condition? Now, we move for a warranty. So I already gave the definition. What is warranty? Now, we move for, there are two types of warranty, as like condition, implied warranty, and express warranty. So as you all know, what is express warranty? The warranty which has been expressly agreed upon by the both parties at the time of the contract of sale. It is open to both parties to include any A and B come into the contract. The parties expressly, by way of their wording, they are disclosing this is a warranty I needed and this is a warranty it has that regarding the good. So if they are expressly agreed upon the terms of, that's known as an express warranty. What is implied warranty? That is more important. Implied warranty, it is a warranty which the law implies into the contract of sale is express warranty. So you don't need to be tell via word, via mouth. Impliedly, if you are buying something, it's impliedly, automatically it has a warranty. So what are the implied warranty? Hereinafter, we want to be discussed that. So as a condition, the implied warranties you have to be seen. The first implied warranty, warranty of quiet possession. Warranty of quiet possession. What is warranty of quiet possession? See, Section 13, subsection B, and the implied warranty is to quiet possession. See that in the simple example, I told that in the last class, I told you can remember that. I draw a picture in the whiteboard and take to the explanations regarding Madhushan, I think Madhushan and Sindhujan. Yes, Madhujan and Sindhujan. See that free from encumbrances where we did that. See, I told that no, who is Chamila? Chamila is the person from hostel to come to the auditorium. See, just show. Who is Chamila? See, just show a ring. Actually, the ring was missed by Sindhujan. Okay, now Chamila find out the ring, and who is that? Chamila sell the ring to Madhushan. Sell the ring to Madhushan. Now, Madhushan is the person in 50,000 of his money. For this 50,000, he is the person bought such kind of ring to Chamila. Now, he is a buyer, right? Whatever the contract here, he is a buyer and Chamila is a seller between the contract of Chamila and Madhushan. Now, if it is a contract of sale, Madhushan has to get the free from quiet possession. What is quiet possession? No one could not be disrupt his right. No one cannot be climb this string. The string is some other person. He is a person bought the ring for spending his own money of 50,000. If Sindhushan is a real owner, then Sindhushan, whatever circumstances, if he find out that the ring is with Madhushan, then he is at any time he can come to us to Madhushan, this is my ring and give me. So he could not be enjoy the quiet possession. What is the enjoy the quiet possession? If actually, who is that Madhushan, if he wanted to be buy a ring, if he go to the jewelry shop, in the jewelry shop, he just get and buy the ring, then he is enjoy the quiet possession. Because in the jewelry shop, no one cannot be able to be climbed. The ring was some other person. Because he is a person bought directly from the jewelry shop. But here, that does not be in the case. Madhushan bought the ring from Chamila. So Chamila is not be the real owner. Actually, Sindhujan is a real owner. So Sindhujan, at any time, if he find out that his ring is with Madhushan, he can be go at any time and ask Madhushan, please give my ring. That is my one. Then Madhushan can't be enjoy the quiet possession of his ring, which he bought spending his money of 50,000 amount of money. So conditions as to quiet possession, warranty as to quiet possession mean if you buy something, then you are the real owner. You need to be enjoy the good. No one cannot be disturbed there. So that is implied warranty. If you buy something from the seller, then the seller has to be give the quiet possession of the goods. No one cannot be claim the goods from you. So that is quiet possession. So it is an implied assurance to the buyer that he shall have a quiet possession and enjoyment of the good shown to him without disturbance by the seller or any other person. If the buyer is in any way disturbed in enjoyment of the good because of the seller's defective title, he can be claimed damages from the seller for the breach of the warranty. Okay, so if anyone is disturbed your quiet possession, like here, if Sindhujan go to Madhushan and ask Madhushan's ring that is mine, then Madhushan can we get the claim or compensation from Chamila, the person who get his consideration, get his price, he can be able to be purchase a second-hand typewriter. X is a person purchases second-hand typewriter from buyer. X thereafter spent some money on its repair and used it for a month. Unknown to the parties, the typewriter was stolen. See that the seller actually stolen from someone. So he could not be give the quiet possession to the buyer. Buyer also can't be enjoy the quiet possession because at any time the actual owner can be claim the property back from the buyer. So X was held entitled. If the actual owner claim the property, then the buyer can be able to get the compensation or can be able to recover the money from the seller who is actually sold the property. Okay, that's the example. Then warranty. Second warranty has to free from encumbrances. Warranty has to free from encumbrances. What is warranty has to free from encumbrances? Section 13, subsection C. See section 13, subsection C, an implied warranty. An implied warranty that the goods shall be free from any charge or encumbrances in favor of any third party, not declared or known to the buyer before at the time the contract is made. So warranty has to free from encumbrances in the sense there is no such person should not be claim the property. See the examples again. It's very good. I'll just show something in a whiteboard and explaining you. Okay, now you have a deed, right? You have a land. Okay, so in the land is owned by Sindhujan. Thinks that Sindhujan actually purchased this land. He is the real owner. Now Sindhujan actually needed some money of 5 lakhs he is needed immediately. So what he did that, he mortgaged his land into a bank. He mortgaged his land into a bank. You know that now what is mortgage? Mortgage the land into a bank. Now, you know that he just give the security of the land and he received from the bank the 5 lakh. Now, who is a real owner that particular land? Bank is a real owner because Sindhujan mortgaged the land to the bank. By mortgaging that, Sindhujan received 5 lakhs from the bank. So, bank is the real owner. Now, already Sindhujan mortgaged the land. Get the loan by mortgaging his land in the bank. What he did there, while mortgaging, simultaneously, in the parallel time, he sell the land to Chamila. He sell the land to Chamila. Think that already when Sindhujan will be a real owner, when he settle off these 5 lakhs to the bank only, Sindhujan is a real owner. By giving the security of this land only, Sindhujan get 5 lakhs amount of loan. Now, the real owner of this particular land is of mortgaging, he received 5 lakhs. When Sindhujan becoming a real owner, by settle off this 5 lakhs to the bank only, Sindhujan is a real owner. Now, when he thinks that in January, he mortgaged the land. January 2nd. Okay, 2nd of January, he mortgaged the land. Thinks that in 3rd of January, the next day, 3rd of January, Sindhujan sell the land to Chamila for an amount of 10 lakhs. Thinks that previous day he mortgaged. No, he is not with the real owner. Next day he sell the same land to Chamila. Whether he has a right? No. If he sell the land, Chamila could not be able to enjoy the possession because actual ownership is as the bank. Bank is the person has to be sell the land. Even though the land is belonging to Sindhujan. Sindhujan already mortgaged the land. By mortgaging the land, bank is the real owner. When Sindhujan will be get the ownership by settle off this 5 lakhs amount of money as a loan to the bank, then only he can be transfer or sell the property to some other person. While mortgaging, second time the next day, if he sell the land, then Chamila could not be enjoy the quiet possession of the land. Bank is the real owner. Bank is the real owner. Okay, go for a slide. Okay, see that is free from encumbrances. So if you are buy something, it should be free from encumbrances. No one, the third party. That's a see that encumbrances in favor of any third party. Here the third party is a bank. In the particular example that I am showing in a whiteboard, third party is the bank. Unable to decline anything from you. That is free from encumbrance. So you should be enjoy the quiet possession of the. So this is a warranty will not apply where such encumbrances are declared to the buyer when the contract is made or by his notice. There are some circumstances now. You by understanding the encumbrances, you bought the property. For an example, by knowing that the car or bike are in a leasing. So for an example, same example, I just show the same example. Yeah. Okay. Now Sindhujan wanted to be buy a bike. Okay, Sindhujan wanted to be buy a bike. Now who has a bike? Lahiro. Okay, Lahiro has a motorbike. Lahiro has a motorbike in a leasing. Okay, so in the leasing, Lahiro thinks that he can't be able to be managed to pay the leasing. So he just told to Sindhujan. Sindhujan also wanted to be buy this bike with the leasing. No, Lahiri is not a real owner now until leasing money is paying. The thing that the motorbike lease amount is 5 lakhs. Things that motorbike leasing company. Each and every month, Lahiri is the person paying 10,000 to the leasing company. Only 2 months is finished. So there are arrears of amount of money he has to be settled off to the leasing company. Now, Sindhujan is a person wanted to be buy the bike. So Lahiri told that Sindhujan, I bought this motorcycle from a leasing company of 5 lakh. So each and every month I have to be paid 10,000 to the leasing company. So with that understanding, Sindhujan knows that actual owner he is not, Lahiri is not the actual owner. Actual owner is a leasing company. So while understanding Lahiri is not the real owner, he can't be able to be sell the bike, but he sell the bike with the leasing to Sindhujan. So Sindhujan, with knowing everything, he bought a bicycle. So in that circumstances, if it is can, it's also can, because you know the particular bike or car is having some kind of debt with the third person. Third person may be another person, or third person may be the bank or the leasing company. So you know everything. Some real owners are there in the outside. Actually, but with the condition you are buying them. So it's also possible under warranty as free from encumbrance. See the example: X borrowed rupees 500 from buy. X borrowed rupees 500 from buy and hypothecated his radio with buy as a security. Later on, X sold this radio to Sat, who bought in a good faith. Here, Sat can claim the damages from buy. So why he give 500 rupees? He just, as a security, he gave his radio. By way of the radio, he just bought 500 rupees. He promised that once I return 500 rupees, you has to be return my radio. Still, the showed some other person his radio to Sat. No, Sat can't be able to be enjoy the quiet position because it's a free from any encumbrance, not be the free from encumbrance, because actual owner is a buy. Buy bought this 500 rupees instead of the custody of radio. So why we settle off this 500 rupees, X has a liability to give back the radio to buy. So Sat cannot be enjoyed free from encumbrance because there is a so he can't be enjoyed the goods as to warranty as to free from encumbrances. Okay. See, there are some same examples also. No, we just read, you can be understand. Then third, warranty as to use of freight. So regarding the custom, if there is any warranty, you need to be satisfied. The same example, see that it sold certain trucks by auction to buy. In case of sale by auction, there was a rate of custom to be declared by the sea. Sea damage in the goods. If there is any sea damage, the parties has to be declared. But the parties, so now why is the person entering into the contract with X? X is the person without disclosing this trade custom, he entering into the contract with buy. So if there is any damages, buy can be able to be claim the compensation or damages from X as a seller because he has the warranty as to usage of freight. Okay, that is a third warranty. Then there are some conditions and warranty. That is the parties are expressly say this is a condition, this is a warranty. Then you can't be claimed apart from that. Then second, cause of the dealing between the party. Cause of the dealing mean the parties by way of the understanding day-to-day business they are engaging that. Then there's no such exclusion. Then the final thing is the custom and the usages. If it is a custom, general custom, then you can't be exclude from this free from income, exclude from this implied condition or implied one. So that's exclusion, that's you are no need. So you need to be understand here what is implied condition, what is implied warranty. So what is condition mainly, what is warranty, and what are the thing is a implied condition, what are the thing is a implied warranty. If you understand that, then everything is fine. Okay, with the session. So that's the end of this condition and warranty. That is the end of condition. Then of board, we need to be see the performance of contract. So you understand now what is condition, what is warranty, and very important thing regarding this: if this condition and warranty is breached, if this condition and warranty is, what are the rights this seller and the buyer has them? What are the rights this seller and the buyer is has? Yes, I will send the notes, no worry. So what are the rights? If the condition and warranty is breached, what are the rights this seller and the buyer has? What are the rights this seller and the buyer has? That's we need to be studied under performance of a contract. Okay, so I need to be start this. For that, you can be take your time for 10 minutes for your dinner, and after that you can be joined. Now the time is 8:45. So you can be joined as 8:55. Only 10 minutes enough now. You maybe get the dinner, maybe noodles or something. So take 10 minutes there. Within the 10 minutes, you can have your dinner and thereafter listen the lectures. Okay, so we will start at 8:55. Okay, so you take your dinner. 8:55 sharply, we will again resume the lectures. Okay.